Right. So I'm in a really fancy restaurant in London with a very famous person. I can't tell you who because they don't want to be identified. But we're eating lunch. I've just had some calamari. It was delicious. And he leans over. He puts his arm on the table, looks me in the eye, and he says, the most valuable currency in this world is not dollars, pounds, or euros. No, it's loyalty. I look at him and I think, what is this guy talking about? He's clearly drunk. Let's change the subject. So I try to steer the conversation towards something else. He doesn't like that. He pulls back his arm, looks me in the eye again, and repeats himself. The most valuable currency in this world is not dollars, pounds, or euros. No, it's loyalty. Okay, I thought. All right, let's play along. I say, tell me more. And then he tells me exactly what you're about to hear right now. This is what he said to me over lunch in that restaurant, right? So I was in a gang, and my position in the gang was somewhere between foot soldier and sort of management trainee. You know, when I first got into the gang, I had to earn my stripes. I had to prove myself to the boss. I did things that I didn't really want to do, things that were uncomfortable, things that scared me, all to show the boss that I was a loyal soldier. When I got promoted to sort of management trainee level, my job was to inspire loyalty in the new recruits, to get them to do the stuff that I didn't want to do anymore, to make them jump through hoops, to make them prove themselves so that I could continue being a good manager and get promoted even further. So one day the boss comes up to me, he puts his arm around my shoulder, takes me aside, and he says, listen, tomorrow you're going to come with me to meet a potential new recruit. You know, when we bring in these potential recruits, they have to earn our trust. They have to prove themselves to us. We put them through a little test. I want you to run the test, okay? So I think, wow, I've finally got this much power. I go home that night. I lie in bed. I think, what am I going to do? What kind of test am I going to set? I feel like Hannibal Lecter, like I'm the most evil man in the world. Next morning rolls around. We go to meet the potential recruit. I shake his hand. I look him in the eye and I say, welcome to the family. Tomorrow you're going to report to me at 6 a.m. We're going to take it from there. That night before he reports to me, I ring him. I get him on the phone and I say, listen, I want you to go to the shops for me. I want you to buy me a bottle of wine. I want you to buy me a packet of cigarettes. He says, no problem. So next morning rolls around. I'm waiting outside the shop. He comes out with the wine and the cigarettes, and he hands it to me. I look at him and I say, where's the milk? He says, you didn't ask for any milk. I say, you see, you failed the test. He says, but you didn't ask for milk. I say, see, that's your mistake. In life, you always need to give people what they didn't ask for because that shows them how loyal you are. He says, so you wanted me to steal for you? I said, exactly. He says, well, I'm not a thief. I said, that's your second mistake. Loyalty is more important than morals. He says, well, I'm not loyal to you. And I go, brilliant. That's your third mistake. See, in this world, if you're not loyal to me, you're loyal to someone else. Nothing in this world can stop me from being loyal to myself. He says, okay, so why should I be loyal to you? I go, because I'm the only one who can help you become powerful like me. He says, okay. And then he laughs. He says, mate, I think you're having me on. I go, brilliant. That's your fourth mistake. You don't understand what it means to be loyal. He says, why would I want to be loyal to someone like you? I go, here's 5 reasons why you should be loyal to me. Reason no. 1, you'll get to be part of my gang. He goes, I don't want to be in a gang. I go, brilliant. That's reason no. 2, you're already better than everyone else in my gang. If you joined my gang, you'd be at the top. He says, well, I'm not interested in being at the top of a pyramid of losers. I go, brilliant. That's reason no. 3, If you joined my gang, you wouldn't lose. You'd always win. He says, I don't want to win if that's what winning looks like. I go, brilliant. That's the reason. No. For, with me, you won't have to worry about anything. I'll take care of you, he says. Really? I go, yeah. He says, so will you take care of my girlfriend? She's really sick. I go, oh, listen, being loyal to me means you leave everything else behind. You can't worry about your girlfriend. You can't worry about your family. You can't worry about your morals. All you can worry about is me. He goes, well, that's not very nice. I go, brilliant. That's reason. No. 5. You're only here because you want something from me. If you want to get something from someone, you owe them. If you want to get something from me, you're going to be loyal to me. If you're not going to be loyal to me, you can fuck off now. He goes, are you threatening me? I go, well, if you're not going to be loyal to me, you're going to be loyal to someone else. If you're not loyal to the people around you, you're going to get fucked over by the people around you. He says, okay, so what do I have to do? I go, good. That's the spirit. First thing you re-gonna do is you re-gonna delete all the photos of you and your girlfriend from Facebook. Do that tonight, he says, but she's ill. I go, do it. He says, okay. So I think, wow, he actually joined the gang. Brilliant. I go, next thing you re-going to do is you re-going to convince your friends to join my gang? He says, they won't join your stupid little gang. I go, convince them or you're dead. He goes, oh, okay. So I go, brilliant. You understand what it means to be loyal? He goes, no, but I'm starting to. I go, don't pretend to understand. Just do what I tell you to do. So that's what I learned that day. That's what he told me over lunch in that fancy restaurant in London. The most valuable currency in this world is not dollars, pounds, or euros. It's loyalty. So I went on to spend the rest of my life trying to build that currency, trying to find ways to manipulate people into owing me, trying to find ways to remind people of the favors they owed me, trying to find ways to make sure that people knew that if they ever betrayed me, I'd be ready for them. I spent my life trying to build this loyalty currency, but the whole time I was doing it, I was looking for something else. I was looking for something else that turned out to be way more powerful than loyalty, which I'll tell you about in the next video.